After the emotional process of dying is winding down, the family and the caregivers will notice because the one who's dying, they're sleeping more, which really means their attention has been called within. Like a birthing mother stops paying attention to what's going on down the hall or even in the room, the dying person as well quiets down, their attention all goes within. And in my yoga teacher training, we learned that the attention, the consciousness, actually goes into the Sushumna, the central nerve channel of the spine, and departs the body through the crown. So if you've ever heard of a near-death experience and read the experience that the dying have of going through a tunnel with a light at the end of the tunnel, that tunnel is the Sushumna. The light at the end of the tunnel is the light that awaits them as they emerge into the next dimension. Kind of like the light that awaits when a baby comes out of the birth canal. During this last departing process of dying, where the spirit is vacating the body, there's very few details to handle. The body is usually very still, very quiet. There's very little that the room needs to do to support the process, and there's very little that the caregivers can do. Really, the only quality that's needed now is the state of being fully present. And someone who has gone all the way up to this doorway between death and the next experience with a loved one, and they have been able to keep all of their attention on their loved one, there's a chance that if they're sensitive and if they can suspend their own fear and their own grief, there's a chance that they can experience what I have many times with my mother, my sister, my son, my dad, and other loved ones, where I've had what's now being called a shared death experience. And I'm going to just share a little bit about what Deepak Chopra in his book described death to be. You feel centered. Your mind is clear. You have this sensation that time has stopped. You feel free of all boundaries and burdens. You feel keenly self-aware. You are merged with love. You are untouched by change, by aging. You feel blissful and ecstatic. You sense the truth, and you feel supremely loved and absolutely safe. So each of my shared death experiences have been different, but all of them contained those qualities. And that's what I would describe as a conscious death. Someone has earned conscious death when they have been through all of the difficult parts, the difficult mental and emotional processes of dying, and they're fully able to meet the moment of their passing well.